Hey guys, welcome to day 32 of Satisfactory 1.0 with the Derps. Myself and Sheridan tonight. We also have a sneaky dragon with us in the in Discord. I need to say hi a bit early. We are continuing the work on the power plant today. I will be doing some pipe work. Sheridan is finishing off the compacted coal setup, and then I think we're just going to get our heads together and figure out what step to take next. I believe it's going to be either power running or pipe work, but we'll see when we come to that. Okay, I'm going to switch back in and catch up with Shah when he's there. And we're back.
Hey Derp.
Hola.
Hola. And we have a sneaky dragon with us too.
We do.
What? Where? I didn't see him. He hid, man.
He's over there sitting in the corner. Chilling.
He's hiding in the corner.
Busted.
Busted. Right. We are heading down to turbo power. So off we go then. In between streams, we have both been super busy with different things. I finished up the second arc of assemblers for compactor coal and added in the additional 3 that we need for starting up the first module of power. So once we get down there, there's a little spoiler for future content that we just passed.
Yep.
Dragon's Pond.
Oh, my playground, man. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Man, wait for that, man. Come December.
Yeah. I finished up the second arc. Both of them are wired up, at least in terms of power supply from the geotherms. I still have quite a bit of wiring to do because I still need to wire up all 6 individual modules, pull down 6 wires from the control building down to the bottom of the crater where the oil extractors are. And those wires then need to be cross-connected to water extractors that we still have to build, and figure out a way to pipe all that water up. That's gonna be fun.
I'm getting dizzy.
So there's still quite a bit of work to be done.
I did all the internal belting last night. Shah has also graciously done the belts to me. Fantastic.
You know, I've set up a cache system, a supply cache system for the compactor coal and some overflow handling. And that has left literally just 5 belts going over to the power plant.
Lovely.
So the only thing that Lee needed to do his end was hook those in and treat them as pure supply. Nothing complicated in that. Yes. So.
And then the last thing that we've got to figure out once we've done all the rest is we have a bit of overflow compacted coal. So we're going to run that to some separate coal generators to just slightly boost our power out.
Yeah.
Figure
we might as well make use of the excess compacted coal that we end up with. So put it to good use. The arcs are looking awesome from over here. So yeah, they're both finished, back to front, top to bottom. Today I'm gonna be tackling a heck of a lot of belting and load balancing and equal distribution and all that stuff, because we still need to hook up the sulfur and coal stations. The goods being delivered from the 3 trains needs to be equally distributed to a intake cache, and then split out and delivered over to the 51 assemblers that will be producing the compacted coal. So there's still a little bit of work to be done there. That's what I'm gonna be tackling today. Hopefully get all that in place.
So get ready to get your
yeah.
brains started, folks.
So these are the output belts for the polymer resin at the moment. It's just making sync. Eventually it will be transported over to oil production and go into making, I believe we said some more rubber, didn't we, initially?
Yeah, more rubber and plastic.
Yeah,
pretty
bring
sure
on the roller.
I'm pretty sure we'll need both.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lee has been super busy down here setting
And
all
is
this
all
up.
the input buses, all equal distribution, as best as we can get it.
Spaghetti Highway.
Yeah, well,
Definitely. And that's why we use logistics floors.
Took me a little bit.
Yeah,
to
you
sort of,
don't
like,
get
sit
to
down
see
and
the
figure it out
spaghetti.
math-wise. But basically, this is the feed-in, and it's all super nice and neat.
Yeah. Feed in from the other side, the arcs. Flop.
And here's what Sheridan was busy doing.
And these are the two the pairs of 2 industrial containers will be the intake the cache from one of the arcs. So that's 24 assemblers. They will run their outputs down into these 2 caches. The one in the middle is from the 3 separate assemblers that we have in the middle here behind this wall. They will be feeding the 60 oil per minute module, the first one. And then once the other caches fill up, the overflow from them will then be merged into the initial first module. Because technically speaking, we are ever so slightly underproducing compared to what we need. But the overflow from the first pure module will then compensate for that lack of production. Then I essentially just grabbed the other arc and did the same thing. So all of it ends up being merged. All of the overflow ends up being merged back into the startup module. Overflow from that will then go to the coal power plants that we're gonna put up and make use of the compactor coal. But yeah, these are our arcs, the inside of them. I've run some of the belting already. This is the output from one arc at the bottom. So that's 12 assemblers being belted back here. And then they all gather up at the front in the middle. I got to do the same on the top of both arches or both arcs, and I essentially need to replicate more or less the same setup, but for the intake. Problem is, I also need to.
I love the way that the setup here for the compacted coal is almost as wide length as the actual arrays that we've got here for the power plants.
Yeah.
That is kind of fitting, actually.
Yes, it is.
That it's that big.
And just to get a closer look, this is what the arcs look like. And yes, I have had all of these powered up. Of course, they won't be running because there's no supply for them. But all of these are...
Power section over here, we've had all of this powered up individually, just to run tests.
And all of these are configured with a single sloop. So 51 summer sloops stuffed into these machines. It's gonna be interesting handling all the output from them. But, I'm confident that the cache setup that I've done will do the job, so we'll see.
250%. Triple,
Yeah.
triple power shards. We
So
are doing our usual of min-maxing the crap roll out of this.
yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, I've done all of the pre-wiring of the control switches that we've got inside.
Yes, you said you've set them up so that each module relies on the one prior.
Yes.
With the exception of module 1, which obviously relies on the cold start geothermal.
Yes, it does. So technically speaking, if I open up this miner right here, it is on the A part of it. It is showcasing the current output of the geothermals.
Oh, the
Because
consumption that says 200 watts, that's me and Sheridan's jetpack, so ignore that.
Yes. Currently it's doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It's just about to drop. There we go. But we have 10, 11 capacitors, something like that, attached to it. So there should be more than plenty power to boot it up. Essentially, we have 1.1 gigawatts for an hour that we can draw, which is more than adequate to boot up the power plant. What I've done is all of these switches throughout all of these modules are in essence wired up in series, such that unless the previous switch has been engaged, whatever current switch you pull at the moment is not going to do anything unless it actually gets power from the previous switch. And I did that to ensure that all of these are enabled in the proper sequence, so we can, properly boot this place up, because it does take some amount of power to boot it all up, and if we throw all of them in one go, it's going to be a bit of a mess and probably end up with a lot of fuses tripped. So
in essence,
yeah, but you won't get your big explosions.
In essence, with the exception of module 1 here, each other module is powered by the module before it. So
yes.
And again, once module 1 and 2 are up, basically the cold start line that's fed from the geothermals, I believe what we're going to do is we're going to feed that back into the grid originally, eventually, after all
everything
the modules are running.
Everything, including the geotherms, is going to be fed into the grid. I just fired up module 1 here. I would have to go on a little. I would have to go on a little flyby to get out there and watch the assemblers in the middle, but they are powered now as well.
Hey, there goes Saturn.
All of this stuff is powered up on module 1. There's nothing happening, of course, because all of the miners are currently unhooked. Wires for them. Sweet. Wires for them are set up, but they're not hooked in at the moment because we don't really want any of the coal or sulfur coming over here just yet. So once we're ready for it, I'm going to go down on the logistics level and connect up those 3 wires, but they are run all the way out to where the miners are from here, so we can remote control them.
My job, one of my jobs today is to for all the blenders, the water pipe coming in, we are redirecting it so it flows above, pumps up, flows above, gravity feeds down.
Yeah.
So that's one of the jobs I got to do.
And then
my brain's already hurting.
and then here in the middle of
I thought I was hurting earlier. Check this wall.
here in the middle of the control building is where we can then, once all 6 modules are up and running and stable, we can then engage all 6 modules to a local grid, do a double check on this power pole here in the middle, and once we're satisfied, we can then use the priority switch to hook into the main grid. It's already connected up. So if I open up this guy, the B is our current main grid, and the A power grid is the power plant internal power grid. But all of this currently is not wired up. I still need to run those 6 wires from all 6 modules and hook them up to these switches, and also supply 6 wires going down to the oil extractors and water extractors below. But until we've made a final decision in terms of where those will, the oil supply pipes will be, I'm not gonna do much in terms of handling those wires, because they kind of need to follow the oil pipes down, so we can distribute power below, and then handle it downstairs, but we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, all of this stuff here is in essence prepped and ready. But today I'm gonna need to worry a bit about belting for coal and sulfur. So that's on my docket for today. And Lee will be tackling some piping and stuff. So we might
Piping and
we
stuff,
might.
and then probably giving you a hand if you need a hand with anything. If not, just wait. Trying to sit down and figure out, like you said, where to put the water, where to pipe the oil.
Yes.
Which we've kind of done a preliminary chat about off stream, so we've kind of got a couple of options already that we're mulling over.
Yeah. We need quite a few water extractors down here.
Yeah.
So there's kind of a little bit of a limitation on where we can put the oil pipes. But I'm thinking we might try and pipe them up to the middle staircase up here, roughly. The 4 wires that are visible up there are the single one is the geothermals power supply, and the other 3 are for the miners all the way over on the west end of the blue crater, as well as over in the next biome, Float Valley, where we have the remaining miners, and those cables have all been run out there. So we are literally ready to hook them in, but we definitely need to get these guys hooked up first and go down here and break our brains 15 times over trying to figure out how we're going to squeeze all those water extractors in here and the piping for them.
That's going to be an interesting little challenge.
Yeah, don't ask Dragon to do that.
Hey Dragon, can you come do the water for us?
No. I know the mess I'll make out of it. That was, believe it or not, that was the only part of this game I had a hard time was figuring out the plumbing. And once I did it, I said, I'm not doing that again.
And it can be a little hairy.
Oh, yeah, it's all about how they say that, gravity.
Oh, yes.
Anyhow, gentlemen.
We do have a geyser in the middle here that we potentially
could. Ooh, that's cool.
But in the grand scheme of things, I don't really think it's worth it. So
no, man, make it, what do they call that, an ornament?
Oh, yeah, could do.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Anyhow, I gotta fly, guys.
Alrighty, Dragon.
Have a good one, Dragon.
Oh man, yeah. You guys, please don't fry out the brain. I want to be able to ride that train.
we get to recharge. So
yeah, roger that. All right. To all those out there, y'all take care. Dragon's gonna take himself away here. And adios, amigos. Wishing you
Adios,
the
amigo.
one. Take care, guys.
You too. He was gone. And that's Dragon, folks. Love the guy. Yeah, so I have brain-breaking belting to do today. That's gonna be fun.
Just crack on with these pipes.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, apparently I can't dismantle.
No. Computer says no.
Game says nope.
Computer says what?
For some odd reason. Poop. Right, so I think I did both levels output there, so I need to go over and replicate that on this side. And then I think I did all of the output on this one. Yeah, I even did the supply in, so that's good. I kind of have to replicate this across the two big arcs in 2 levels, and I think I need to further divide it up, but we'll get to that. First and foremost, let's get some melting done on the outputs. I did clean up all of the interior here, and I did run some grid power around in here just to be able to fly. Without flight, it's gonna be a little to go through and build this. But before I start on the other one, I'm gonna go over here. Actually need to be black. I should probably paint those black as well, just to keep it up, keep up appearances with the building. Yeah, we'll do that. Like, the reason I need to go back here is I need to count up how many of these were set up with the lower tier belts. So Mark 1, 2, Mark 2, 3, Mark 3, and then the rest is 4. Okay, that's easy.
So these are
At least.
supply. Supply.
Dum.
That's straight. No, nowhere near straight.
Why would it be straight? Oops, that one turned. And it turned because it was sufficiently off grid to flip over. Again, yes.
Hey, I got one right.
Sweet. All of these up. Then, just for the sake of simplicity, I'm gonna run top to one of the containers and bottom to the other.
We don't need the bottom beads. We are relatively new. So the new one that stays is this one. So that's correct. So rather than having multiple foundation holes up and having to use a lot of pumps, pumping it at once, feeding. All I've got to make sure is these are 100 a minute. 2, so that's 200. 200, that's 9. 200, 200.
There.
This one I have to start using Mark 2 pipes. Simples.
Bulls. I might run these through. I might run these through some load balancing.
Oh, that's an idea.
Or I run them into the cache. One. Mark 2. And another Mark 2.
Really good. Yeah.
2, 3. And the rest of them are Mark 4.
Sure, there is some repeaters now. It's tedious.
Yeah, the tediousness of big builds.
Unfortunately, it just.
That was not the correct build speed, Katsa. Those. And the rest go.
Doing?
These. There. Then I can run those two down and stuff them in a. Let's see. Might as well run those up here, maybe. Perhaps. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. See, technically speaking, we could pull them here. That would probably be beneficial. This nice little cross balancer that I did a while back, dual load balancer 4. So plop one of them here. All this really does is just take two inputs and split them equally and cross it over to the other side, merge them back together. That's it. Those up, then I can run those forward in here. Though I might want to see if I can't maybe do. Let's put these down just to have something to attach to. Need to be reversed. Put the first one here. Don't know if we can go down there. No, because this one is, of course, yes. I'm a derp. It's why I'm here, I'm told. You cannot be straight. Because when you're straight, you don't want to hook up the way you should. I'm a potato. Like, that's one done. The other one goes all the way up here to this guy. We're also gonna have to flip around. These are then our outputs, of course. Bring these. that's module 3 done for the outputs. Go repeat this on the other side. Oh, autosave kicked in. Oh, to paint those. Let's get these flipped. Like. Yeah, see, if I use straight, it does this weird kink. That don't look so good.
It's very kinky.
Very kinky little kink. New tar, thank you. So here, I'll do the purification later. No, over here, we kind of need the same setup, so let's find a condition. Condition over there. And the blueprint. Yoink. Absolutely. Let's see if I'm gonna need my ores. I think I did this one. Lower part. Alt. Off you go. This guy up here. And then here we go. What about these? All right. What will be those outputs done? Just need to make sure that I put these at the right level. Or yoink. There we go. I put the same load balancers on the supply feed for modules 2 and 3 going into the power plant. Coming from the caches. It is literally just to try to get somewhat equal distribution on both belts. That's all it is. It also has the added effect of dividing between both belts in case one of the containers for some odd reason runs empty. Not that I think it'll happen, but you never know. And just in case, let's get a sip of coffee. I get the feeling that it's going to be a very long stream today. So, brain-breaking stream time. Right, so these are the... this would be the 3 assembler output that needs to go down there. So here I think I'm gonna try and cheat a little bit if I can get away with it. Put it over here. Actually, I would prefer not entangling myself too much with that, so how about we do this instead?
Long day for me already.
This only needs to be a Mark II, so we will do this. That should be sufficient. Wink. Then we can, whoops, not fall to our death. That would be very beneficial. This then becomes the primary supply for middle one. Now this might look a little crazy, but overall, once all of this stuff is running, module or group 2 and 3 should only have about 50 odd something overflow. So it hopefully won't be a massive issue. So the difference that we need to achieve is, as far as I remember, we do something like 90 a minute on the 3. And we need, is it 106 or 108 a minute? So it's not a whole lot. Which the 50 odd something coming from one of the other modules will easily compensate for, so no biggie. Right, so all of the outputs are GD'd up. See if we can get inputs G made, so we can get them in place. Break these up quick. Technically speaking, some of these I need, some of them I don't. Need some of them for just, you know, being support while I put up things like splitters and whatnot. After that, they can go out the window. Technically speaking. Might leave them in just for holding up the splitters and such. We'll see.
No, that's only 340. Technically, I was changing to a monthly.
Oops.
Buffer. Right, ladies and gents, I'm going to go grab myself a cup of coffee, and I will be back shortly.
Sounds like a plan, boss.
I need the caffeine, definitely. Today.
Yes, me too.
All right, be back shortly.
that
Hola, I'm
over
back.
here. Hola, welcome back.
Thank you. Although I might have to call it an early one today. I am a wee bit of agony
Oh, that's bad.
with my back. That's why I've been gone so long.
All good. It's all good. Health comes first.
Oh, maybe I'll finish this module off. I'll working on it. Work for the night and come back and do this in the morning. Very nice.
You just take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's more important than playing a game.
Oh, trust me, I will.
There. Then from here I'm gonna figure out how to split this. But I think this will do. It doesn't matter that it clips here because these are concrete pillars, so there's plenty of space. It doesn't clip through the wall. No issue, star. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna have to do it. Which is then going to present another problem. I split them in here. I'm gonna have to flip them over, so I don't end up having half of them feed coal on the left and sulfur on the right, and the other half feeding sulfur on the left and coal on the right. That wouldn't look too good.
No, I've just realised I've kind of done something similar with the pipe works.
Oh, lovely.
Mixed and matched my pipes, so I've got to go correct that tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, call it and we'll.
Oh, I've literally just finished what I wanted to. So
Oh,
yes, that's exactly what I'm going to go do. I've got 2 modules remaining. Right. I'm going to log off up here, okay?
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to go in the hub and log off.
Let's see.
Alright guys, apologies about this. But yes, I shall be back Friday streaming. And hopefully not in so much pain. Yeah, when we come back Friday, more than likely the power plant will be ready to be fired up. But I'll let you know what's going on Friday. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys later.